Hello everyone, this is Jagriti from Social Media School, and I would like to thank Astha for having this community for all of us where we all are coming together to share our knowledge with each other. And I would also like to give you a little bit about my background as well. I've been working with a startup from last 2.5 years and recently started my entrepreneurial venture, which is a social media school. And I just thought that maybe this is the time when we should all come together, and these are the times when things are really moving online, and maybe this lecture would be kind of little useful for you if you are, let's say, having your own online business, or maybe you are planning to start something of your own. Then maybe this will be useful for you, or even for fun you can just learn some new skills, because sales and marketing is something that will always help you in a longer term. So without further ado, let's begin the lesson. First of all, in today's topic, where I'll be covering IG stories, one thing which I would be talking about is why is it important for you to start considering social media for your businesses, and that will be a very small intro. Second would be the kind of topics you must cover when you are thinking about Instagram marketing, right? And I will third, I will be talking about different examples to help you understand how you could actually use Instagram actually to sell your product or services. So let's begin. So first topic is, why do we need to really start using social media for our business? So these days, as you must have already seen, that people have started, spending so much of time on social media. So report says, the data says that within India and even internationally, people are spending more than 4 to 6 hours every day on different platforms. So you may not even feel it, but that's what people are doing. So 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Throughout the day, people are constantly checking their mobile phones, their laptops, and they are constantly checking their social media. And hence it is very important for you to start building your repo over there. And second thing is, when it comes to stories, whether it is Instagram or Facebook, that's kind of addictive. So if you start looking at stories, you want to look at all the stories. So what people are preferring right now, and that's how Facebook and Instagram is working these days. People are spending more time on Instagram as compared to the feed. So they might check once in a while their feeds, but stories is something that people are checking very often. And hence it is very important for you to be present on stories as much as you can. All right. So the most important thing right now to understand is, when people are looking at your story, then Facebook or Instagram algorithm works in a manner where people who see your Instagram stories or Facebook stories will get to see your stories more and more. As an example, on Facebook, let's say first 5 stories are coming, right? So if you see, let's say, my story, or let's say Astha's story every day, then those stories will keep coming in the first number, second number, third number. So the people you frequently check, the stories that you frequently check, those are going to come forward all the time. And hence, if some you have got a fan, let's say if you post something that people start enjoying, then they will be able to see your stories more often. And hence that's where you got the opportunity to put about your business once in a while. And people will build a repo, will become your fan, and eventually will become your buyer. Obviously they're your ideal audience who would want to buy your stuff. Hence it is very important to start posting stories intentionally directed towards your customer. As an example, if I'm a social media expert and I start posting about dance. So I love dancing, by the way. So let's say I keep posting about dance all the time, right? Then what will happen? People will know me more for dance as compared to social media. So that's now how you should be planning your social media strategies. You should be very intentional, and you should be posting about things that you really wish to sell in near future. So first of all, be mentally prepared. This is not a one day game, right? You have to be there. So there are these influencers who are there on Instagram and Facebook for more than 6 years, 7 years. So I'm not saying the business comes after 6 years or 7 years. The big business starts coming within a month or two itself, if you are able to target it properly, if you are able to post properly, right? But that being said, in 6 years, 5 years, 6 years down the line, if let's say you stick to the business, then the number of buyers increase. So let's say if right now 7 people are buying from you, then maybe 1 year down the line 70 people will buy from you, and 6 years down the line you will be making lakhs of money, crores of money. That's how people become millionaire through their online businesses, because they are able to build their rapport and relationship with their audience, and eventually they are able to sell their products and services. So obviously this was not the part of the lesson that I was planning to give today, but I thought might as well. All right, so let's begin with the topics that you must be sharing on Instagram. So the first question that should come to your mind is, why do people actually buy from you? So they buy for you if they trust your product or services first, right? Which is really important, really important. If they don't trust you, they are not going to buy from you. Second, you are giving an aspirational goal to them. As an example, maybe they are inspired to look at you, they really want to become like you. So you are giving them an aspiration, and that's where they connect with you so much that they really want to buy whatever you sell, no matter what. So these are the kind of audience you really want to retain. These are the kind of audience you want to create your product and services. Like let's say you have one product, then you might as well come with 5-6 products which you can sell to the same person eventually, because this person wants to become like you, right? And third, obviously, social media platform is all about entertainment, right? So if you are on social media and you're crying all the time, and you are sharing sorrowful messages all the time, people are at one point of time going to avoid you. They come there to chill, they come there to relax. Nobody comes on social media to give money. So right now you are not coming on social media to give money, right? You are here to learn. So you should be very consciously posting your stuff. Don't be salesy. Don't have this attitude that people should buy your product or service. First, give them something that they really enjoy, that they really love, and eventually if they like your product or service, they are anyway going to buy it, right? So don't be salesy. But talking about your product is absolutely fine. So don't confuse talking about your product is equal to being too salesy. All right. So as an example, I can come and right now say, hey, why don't you buy my services? I'm a very good coach and I'll be able to give you a lot of insights. You know what? You should be buying my product. It's really great. And I think this will change your life. Blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Don't you ever do that. Now, let's say I start with what are the problems that you are facing in marketing? Is it something related to online selling? Are you facing challenges in coming, using online platforms? Are you facing challenges when it comes to, let's say, what should I say? Yeah, are you facing challenges when it comes to using Instagram? How can I help you out? Right? So if you come up with these kind of feeds, this kind of stories, then people are going to ask you question which you should be answering. Obviously, you should be helping them out, but that's where you don't really need to tell what you do. You are not selling your product, and still people will go and check out your profile, will check out what you actually sell, and they will really want to buy it from you, right? So don't be too salesy, but talk about your product once in a while. Now when I was talking about educational tips, aspirational tips, and entertainment, the post which is full of entertainment, so let's talk about how can you increase engagement on your Instagram stories. For increasing Instagram, obviously you have to make them feel as if you belong to their family. So share about your life, share good things about life. Sometimes you can share bad things about life as well. People like realistic people. So people like those who talk the truth of their lives, but don't do it every day, right? Once in a while you can obviously share your challenges, because people will definitely relate with you. So talk about, let's say there are options for polls, there are options for questions, there are options for yes or no on Instagram. If you go on stories, you will get these options. So in stories, you got to use this very often. Why? This will encourage your people to interact with you. This will encourage your people to build relationship with you, and social media is all about building relationship, right? So this is called as click to action. So you are asking them to click and interact with you, and this in turn will increase the engagement rate. Now this is the second thing which Instagram algorithm does. If somebody is messaging you private message, then one thing is for sure, that person will start seeing your stories very often. So that's how algorithm works. So Instagram knows that there are people following 10,000 people, so you can definitely not show all 10,000 in the first line. So who do you put first? You put first the people who have interacted with you, maybe by commenting, by liking, by sending private messages. So stories work in this manner only. Now, second thing that you can share with your audience is the reviews of your audience. That builds a lot of trust. So people might wait for 2 to 3 months before they decide to buy your product or service. But if constantly, let's say you're posting about the experience of your buyers, how you were able to help them, how you were able to change their lives, how your program or your service was able to bring a lot of, let's say, financial freedoms, let's say, uh, personal satisfaction, let's say happiness in their lives. If you are able to bring those reviews out on stories, then people will start trusting you more, right? Now, educational content, let's say you know a lot about social media, then what you can start doing is you can start picking smaller tips about social media and start putting it out there. And best way to do it is by creating stories on Instagram. So this is very easy to write down anything and post it. It's very easy, and obviously people choose to do that because nobody likes coming on camera. People are always afraid, but don't be. So this is your personal profile, or let's say professional profile. This is your page. You should be coming out, you should be talking about your business. The more you show your face, the more people remember you and relate with you. It's like you messaging somebody, you calling somebody. So like if let's say there is an audio is equal to call, captions only is equal to message, but face is equal to meeting somebody in person. So you know the difference, right? When you meet somebody in person, you have a very different feel. So like right now when I'm present in front of all of you and you are able to see me, you will relate with me more. You would want to be my friend, or if not, let's say if not my friend, still you feel more connected because you are able to see me and you feel that I'm talking to you. Speak to them, come and share your educational content, right? So next thing that you can do is obviously share your fun stories. Let's say something funny happens in your office space, something something that you did with your family members, something that happened with let's say your friends, somewhere something really humor based. As an example, something that you feel people will read and laugh a lot. If you find something that somebody has shared and you feel like laughing and falling off your bed, then you might as well share it on stories because people will love it. All right. And these are the few tips of increasing engagement and educational and aspirational stories. But now what I would like to share with you is a few examples to help you understand how you can do that, right? So first of all, you can create boomerangs. You can create boomerangs, you can create screenshots, you can have images of you working on something that is coming soon. So that makes your audience feel very special. As an example, as if you are sharing your plans with your community. You might succeed, you may not, right? And still you are sharing that, okay, I am opening Instagram course only for my group people, as an example, right? So you show the boomerang of you working on laptop and you move on, you show the presentation, one or two slide for people to see what you are doing, what you are building out, to increase excitement in their life and also to feel more related. Second, you can also share pictures of you meeting your students or meeting your partners and share what crazy is coming soon, as an example. So over here, what you are trying to do is you are trying to show them anything about your business, which is very important. People should continuously be reminded about your business. They should not forget about it. But at the same time, you should not be continuously selling it. And indirectly, you are actually selling it, right? Because people are getting to know about it. Now, how can you also share aspirations? So you can share your wins with your people. As an example, in last course launch or batch launch, I was able to, let's say, get 10 students. So share your success with your people. What will happen with that? People will feel like if she is doing it, I can do it too. Let's say if your audience is somebody who is health and fitness related, then show them how you were and show them how you are right now and share your happiness with them. These things help them, relate with you more, but also aspire to become like you. So people buy from you if they aspire to become like you. The aspiration phase. Somebody who is hitting, let's say, lakhs of money per month, share your win with them. Somebody who is launching second business, third business, share it with them. They are going to feel happy about it and they are going to feel really connected with you, and that's when they would want to buy your stuff because they want to be like you. All right. Now you can also share where you are right now and where you were. So like a story where you shared, let's say I was an engineer. So by the way, I was an engineer. All right. And eventually, because I was a very good student, I realized that I should be going ahead and building my career in engineering only. But later I realized that my heart lies in marketing, right? So what you can do is you can seriously be connecting with people who belong to who connect with your story. So people who started their career with some other learnings and eventually moved on to some other career choices. They made some other career choices. They will relate, they will connect with you immediately. They would want to read more about you. What did you do? How did you uh, changed it? And is it really difficult for you now, or are you really enjoying it? So obviously I'm enjoying it, right? So people will feel okay. They will feel like if she has done it in the past and she is really happy, then I will be happy too. So that's where you are connecting with your audience by sharing your stories, right? So these are few things that you should be doing on your Instagram. As an example, to aspire for, share your personal stories with them. Try to do it on video. Second thing, ask for them to engage with you by asking questions, by, let's say, sharing your lifestyle. As an example, I could even simply put a story where I'm just writing that, do you think which Harry Potter is my favorite? Which movie do I like the most in Harry Potter series? I can give 2-3 options and you will guess, and then I will share obviously which one is the correct one, and still you feel connected, but I'm asking you to engage with me over there. Then I can share ask me anything about marketing. Then you will ask something about marketing and I'll be responding to you, but because you DM'd me, hence my stories will start coming in front of you all the time. All right. So these are the engagement posts, aspiration post, educational post about things that you know and that you want your audience to know. As an example, if you are a health and fitness coach, talk about how to remain healthy at home during quarantine times, right? Talk about the food that you are eating right now. Just those simple things. These will not take a lot of time to create these content. Whatever you are eating, because you are health conscious, obviously you must be eating something that must be healthy, I assume, right? So obviously you should not be posting about ice cream all the time, right? But you got the gist, right? You can share your growth journey, you can share your office work, you can share your personal journey, you can share something happy, you can share something about your program that is coming on board and people, there is a waiting list and people can actually sign up for it. You can talk about your free webinar or masterclass where you will be talking about XYZ. You can be the only purpose of showing up every day on stories is people will know you more than you can even imagine, and people will want to buy from you if they are your target audience. So you have to be very conscious while creating these content. People should be able to understand that you are selling XYZ and they belong to that category only. So don't post random stuff. Today you are posting about your makeup, tomorrow you are posting about your health, day after tomorrow you're posting about social media, after that you're posting about your love for driving. Don't do that. This is the most stupid thing anybody can do, right? And that's when you feel that now I have started posting on my social media platform every day, and yet I'm not getting engagement. How will you get engagement? You are not doing it purposefully. Talk about your family, great. Talk about your business, great. Talk about your personal life, great, but don't do it very often. Talk about things that will help your audience. Talk about things that you want to sell, but in a manner where you are actually building your rapport, right? People should feel that they are in the hands of an expert. They should not feel that they are, interacting with somebody who just knows little bit about the business but never talks about it. Don't be that person. All right. If you have any question, you can definitely ask me. Or you can always drop down your comment and I'll come back and I'll answer the questions. That's not a problem at all. So this was a little bit intro about the stories that sell, right? The stories where you will be in front of everyone and people would want to know more about you and your programs, whichever things you are selling, your services. And that's how eventually people will want to buy from you, right? These were few tips, and these are the only things that people do. They put educational stuff, they put aspirational stuff, they put entertaining stuff, and that's how sales happen. It's as simple as that, but you have to be very religious. All right. Thank you, Asta, for the question. So, Nidhi, what you can begin with is start spending, let's say, 10 minutes of your time in the morning and 10 minutes of your time in the evening. That will do. Nothing more than that. You don't have to be there throughout the day sharing your life story, all of that. Be intentional and don't waste a lot of time in doing this, right? If you are, see, I'm a social media marketer and I'm still being very blunt in front of all of you. Social media is a part of your business and you should be investing in it. But don't invest overall time on social media only. Take out time for social media, be intentional, put right stuff at right time. Let's say if you're posting in the morning and in the evening, let's say 3 4 posts or 5 posts, and if you are, let's say, posting some educational stuff, then it will be video and there will be 4 to 5 stories one after the other because it's a video, right? That's absolutely fine. Finish what you start, but don't extend it. Like, make a let's say 2 minute video, not more than that, because people don't want to invest. Because if they see like there are 20 more stories coming, they will skip your story and they will move on to the next one. Make it short, make it like 5 6 stories at a time in the morning, and in the evening will do. In the beginning you can even begin with just one time, like in the morning itself, because it stays there for 24 hours. So whoever wants to go through it will anyway go through it in 24-hour timeline. People are spending good enough time on social media, right? I think how many are too many or too less? Uh, Too many I have mentioned. Don't extend it to 10 20 stories, and too less. Nothing is too less. You just have to go and speak about yourself. 2 stories, 3 stories at a time will work, but you have to show up every day, every damn day. Be there every day. All right, in the morning, in the evening, be there. Any more question, Asta? I'm very comfortable answering your questions later as well, because as I can see, there must be more people coming in, or they must have joined it later. And it's completely fine to come later on and ask your concerns and questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer, right? How many hashtags work for stories? All right. So for hashtags, Nidhi, you can post just one or two intentional hashtag. That's it. Let's say if you're giving uh, business tips, and let's say you're a business coach. Let's say Astha is posting something and she's a business coach. Then she can just write business tips, or she'll have to obviously identify the best tag, right? but just one tag one hashtag will do. Don't overwhelm your stories with hashtags so that people feel confused and they don't know where to look at. Their main focus should be looking at your story, not your hashtags, and hence hashtag is more than enough in the post. Whereas in the post you can go ahead and post around 20, so 30 is max. 30 hashtag in feed is max, but you can obviously post 20, 25 depending upon what you are posting. That's an extra tip for you. Any more questions, anyone? All right. So the last thing before I go is I would like to give one more advice to sell your service. This is exclusively for people who are service based, who have service based business instead of product based businesses. Service based, as in, let's say you have a coaching program, or let's say you are a consultant, or let's say you are a freelancer, right? So for you, what you can do is once in a while, let's say you have posted a lot about social media. Let's say I posted a lot about social media, and after 10 days, I can go there, although I don't do it. That's not a part of my business. But if I was a consultant, a social media consultant, I would have gone there and I would have shared that I can give consulting to 5 people from my community. And if you think you need help with your business, then drop me a message, and I'll get back to you. In the stories, you can put this, right? Uh, the people who have been following you from past so many days, they will start messaging you if you were able to connect with right people. That's another important strategy when it comes to Instagram, right? And then what you can do is you can interact with them, and during your free consultation you can upsell. So you can give a free consultation. Obviously you have to create a package where the free consultation should be different from your paid consultation, but in that half an hour consultation or 15-minute consultation, you can even upsell during the call, and you can make your sales happen. Because if they like the experience with you and they have the money, then they will definitely take up your consultation, right? Second thing, before taking up any consulting gig, or let's say even if it's a free consultation, create a form you can create on SurveyMonkey or let's say Google Form, and share it with them, whoever has DM'd you. Make sure to ask how is their business coming along. Try to understand if they will be able to pay for you or not. Stop wasting a lot of your time with people who want your free stuff. So on social media, we'll get both kind of people who don't want to pay at all, and people who will see value in your things. They will be taking all your free stuff, but at the same time, they would also want to buy from you, right? So you have to be very conscious when it comes to sales, right? And make sure to eliminate those people who are, let's say, just starting their business and have no idea what to do. They have not even checked whether their idea works or not. So no, all the businesses are not profitable, right? I hope all the business people are aware of this, right? Whenever you are launching a new business, first of all you will have to test it out whether there is a demand in the market or not. Because if there isn't, then you need to move on to some new idea. So idea validation. I don't know why I'm talking about business so much today. It's just coming to me. So let's get back to Instagram marketing. Shall we use the most popular hashtag, million tags, or a middle one? So you should begin with middle one, and eventually as your following increase is when you should get into million tags. Why? Because currently you should first target on niche. Once you have developed your niche is when you should move on to becoming big. Don't see, you should always aspire to become big, but you should not start with that. You should start small but aspire for something very big. That happens once you have niche hashtags. Let's say you're a social media expert and there are 30 hashtags, then your priority should be your niche. Wherever you want to start, let's say you want to do social media marketing for health and fitness only to begin with, and don't go random, right? All right. Thank you, Madhu. So I've worked with Madhu, and we really enjoyed working together in space technology. She was my mentor over there, and it was a great experience. Hello everyone. I'm glad you are here. Great. So that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, right? And keep, exploring, keep spending, you should be spending more and more time in building yourself, in making something for yourself, in becoming successful, and be financially and personally happy, right? So I have this very strong feeling for women, especially because I believe we all. So I loved, I should mention this as well. I loved Astha because she's also online expert, a marketing expert. And when I was pitching to her about I can teach these things as well, then she but because you are already a marketing expert, then I can skip this and I can talk about something else. But I really loved how she came forward and she mentioned that together we rise. So yes, that's our ethos, together we rise. So all the ladies, all the great ladies out here, chase your dream and we all will grow together. See you again next time. Bye bye.